Oh yeah!
Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome back to Planet Coaster 2 with Cookie Pirate. Now we're picking up where we left off earlier today, in the tropical park, and we're just gonna kind of keep reworking some stuff and see what progress we can make. Now this isn't gonna be a very long stream this evening since I was already on today, and I'm also getting a relatively late start, even for my evening broadcasts. It is definitely on the late side. We're grabbing a drink out of the fridge here. Bought some sparkling juice at the grocery store. Okay, there we are. Get up quickly, and we're back here at the computer, and ready to go. Alright, here we are. So, if you've been following the last couple days, we've been really working on this area of the park where the, well, not new, but the not original, Kraken. This is the revamped one. And the scenery was totally bland, so we did a lot of scenery work, really spruced this area up. Did the plaza, added the chair swing, fixed this up back here, train station, and we had some stuff over here, but nobody was going to it, probably just because it's so isolated from everything, so I just decided to kind of do a little terrain work and fix it up with a bit of extra scenery. And then we started working on this over here, which is largely untouched, but we've started doing some kind of base terrain work. And I kind of want to make this an extension of the pirate area. Takes up a fair bit of land, so we might actually kind of branch that off and do a, kind of a loosely connected but distinct area separate from the actual, like, pirate stuff. JP, welcome. So, oh, we also, yeah, let's move these benches here. Let's actually do the multi-select. And let's just get those in place right there for now. And we can fine-tune all of this later, once we determine exactly what we want to do with this area and possibly how we're going to tie it in over here. So actually might be a viable option to bring that back over here and have it branch off in 4 directions. So you'd have the one going over there, one going that way, one over this way, and then the one coming back down. But I've not decided exactly what I want to do with that yet. I think first we need to decide what all we want to place over here and how to do the layout. And it may actually even make sense to create kind of a second entrance to this restaurant over here. I'm not totally sure that we're going to end up keeping that. I'd like to do something very similar, but I'm thinking we might revamp the way this is all set up. Especially depending on what we do up here. And then the question would be, how do we tie this in? Because there would be no good connection over here. Because the Gerfslauer right here takes up this entire plot of land. One thing we could do is run a footpath around the bridge and kind of tunnel it out, tie it in over here, but I don't know about that, because the main path is kind of running around here, so anything over here would probably end up being a little bit of an offshoot. So I'm not totally sure. Hey, band player, welcome. And finally pull up on a normal basis. Marching band ended yesterday, yippee. I don't remember you. You might have told me and I may have forgotten, but I don't remember. What instrument do you play? Tuba, that's right. I think you did mention that. That sounds familiar. I don't imagine it would be fun to march with a tuba. Yeah, you probably use a sousaphone when you're actually marching, right? Alright, kind of smooth that out. That was where the go-kart track was that nobody was ever riding, so... Contrabass? I have to look that up. So I'm not sure what a brass contrabass. Brass. Okay, so it's a little bit differently shaped. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah, just shortened. Contrabass bugle. But that still looks like an absolute pain in the butt to march with. I would personally stick with a sousaphone, but that's just me. Yep, I see it. Hey, Ashley, welcome. Yeah, the one over the shoulder. Yeah. Yeah, I see your messages came in while I was looking it up. Nah, I'll stick with the tuba. Not the tuba. Sousaphone. But well on you for that. That's pretty neat. Contrabass tuba. Yeah, no, I found it. Yeah, Wikipedia called it a contrabass bugle because it looks like a bugle, but obviously a lot larger. But yeah. Strawberry Jam, welcome. We're just kind of looking at some stuff over here, thinking kind of what I want to do scenery-wise. Alright, I am going to turn the lighting to fixed at noon, so I get the best light to work with. So we did add a little bit of land over here, and I think that maybe could be reshaped, or we might even run the water this way. Because I'm almost starting to think this could be just one section of the park. I mean, they're tied together by staff zone, as it is right now. And it would kind of be... both of these coasters fit the theme of, like, a sea creature. I mean, this is more of a monster, and this is more of a true creature. And so maybe we split the water over here, turn that into kind of more of a, kind of a bay out this direction and split the water, have it run out that way. I don't know yet. This is the problem that I ran into previously with this park, is I just ran out of ideas. And while I've really gotten a lot of ideas back with some of this stuff, I'm still really not sure what to do with a lot of it. And the biggest thing that I'm hampered by, I feel like, is the existing layout of the park. It would be onerous, excuse me, to go back in and have to modify all of it again. Especially after all the work that we've done over here. Want some ambience music? I mean, it depends on what, but I mean, I don't usually play music on my PC2 streams since the game music is built in. Now for my flight sim streams, I always have a playlist, so I mean, I could definitely... Alright, let's put these bridges right here for now. We missed a little bit of terrain. Let's just fix that up for now until we decide what we want to do in this area. So I did mention this early on, but this is not going to be a long stream tonight since I was, number one, already on earlier today, and it's relatively late, so... What roller coaster do I have right now? I've got a bunch of them. I've been over this. Might have been a little while. But I've got a Gerstlauer here. We've got the Mine Train, the Surf Coaster over here. This is the Intimate Impulse. B&M Hyper that comes all the way back over here. Floorless. Over here is the RMC. This is a Dive, a Wild Mouse, and we have an Old School Woody. Let me go through some of... What? Oh, that's right. We moved these. I suppose we should probably move them back. Just have to find a location, a suitable location for them. We actually... Well, we've got some over there. We could put some... Well, we've got a couple over here. Maybe a restroom over here would be a good addition. So I haven't been on in a while because my PC decided to blow the CMOS battery, so that took a bit. Ooh! Yikes. Yeah, that's not fun. I've never had that happen. I never really have had to use the CMOS or anything like that, fortunately. I've been pretty lucky. But at least you got it fixed and you're back. Just wanted to know what types you already... Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I went over that, recently, but... It could have been a while back, and you might not have been here at the time, so... I wasn't trying to be rude when I said that. I was just like... I've been over this, I'm pretty sure. It rang a bell. But no worries. I mean, I'm glad to point those out and go over it. Dale, what's going on? Bears win. Yeah. How about that? They're doing better this year, especially this late in the season. Ooh, and they won in Minnesota, too. Wow. So, band player, going back to music. I played the trumpet for several years back in my school days. I was never a really big fan of it, because I don't know. I mean, I had talent for it, everybody said, but I just didn't really enjoy it. I did not get along great with my band director. And piano was always my main instrument, and so I really just didn't feel like practicing the trumpet because I was putting more effort into piano. And I've not picked up a trumpet in over a decade, but I play piano almost every day. I'm in my 30s, and yeah, we can clear those there. Okay. Well, that condition's still not bad. I'm low-key 3rd of 14 first year in marching band on the tuba. Alright, good for you. Yeah, good for you. Keep that up. If you enjoy it, music is a fantastic thing to be into. Low-key this year had been fire. I missed the chat earlier. I saw it and I just forgot to mention it, but I saw where you said you all placed 3rd. That's pretty impressive. Good for you. And how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Also, Dale, that coaster you gave me, it was so chopped, janky, mostly it was a cool layout, but all good, no need for your help anymore. I did band because I wanted to play bass at the football and basketball games, learned all the music, still don't know how to read music. That's, some people do better by playing by ear. And as a pianist who's been playing for about 30 years, I'll give you a range of 13 to 16. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say, you don't have to give exactly, but yeah, so I was thinking you probably high school, I would have guessed. But, when you say freshman, you could be freshman in college, so I don't know. What kind of bass did you play, Dale? Electric? Or did you play some other bass? Take it, because a lot of bands. Strawberry Jam, just choir but not band. What voice are you? I actually did choir in school too, and I liked that better because my choral director was fantastic. She was supportive of all of my musical endeavors. Jazz bass, okay, yeah. Oh, like a acoustic, like double bass. Except you pluck the strings as opposed to using a bow like in an orchestra. If I'm taking what you mean correctly. Negative infinity or something. Did choir and that's where I met my wife. Oh, that is neat. Alright, Man, good turnout so far. I'm actually pleased. I didn't think I was going to get much of a turnout because it's pretty late. JP play clarinet. I think I remember you mentioning that. Strawberry Jam, I don't know, you heard. I asked, I'm just curious. But what voice type you like? Tenor, baritone, bass. Oh, somebody busted that bench. It's actually floating in the air. I forgot because this is where the water originally was. And we've got people. The later the better? Oh, I don't know about that. I have to work tomorrow morning, unfortunately. These people are climbing up in the air to be able to sit down on the benches. And they fall when I pick up the bench. Oh, that's funny. Tenor, soprano. Take it you were a tenor and your wife is a soprano. That's some pretty wonky stuff right there. Yeah, the bugs in this game, although I don't know if that's really a bug, it's just probably the the game mechanic built. It's definitely a little wonky there. We should probably add some footpaths or railings over on this footpath. Oh, you're an alto. Oh, you do both? In the mornings, I can go bass. Low-key baritone. A little bit of a double entendre, whether you meant it or not, but a low-key. Yeah, baritone is kind of a low-key. Bass definitely is. Same, but only in the morning. Yeah, I am... G5. Which is rare for being a boy. Yeah. Although, depending on your age. So I'm actually... Like, I started out my freshman year of high school as a tenor. And I could not hit the notes. I was doing falsetto like... La 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 la, having to fake it the whole time, which just sounds super stupid. And I told my choral director, I'm like, look, I know I'm young. I know you need tenors. Because I have perfect pitch, or absolute pitch, whichever you refer to it as. And so that was a huge benefit for being able to do the tenor, because they have a lot of counterpoint in the music. And I was struggling so much, and I said, look, I really need to be moved out of tenor. So I'm struggling so much. She said, can you stick with it this year? Next year we'll make you a bass. So I agreed, and sure enough, she made me a bass next year. So sophomore year, I was a mid bass. And then my junior and senior year of high school, I was a second bass. So basically, like contra. Not super contra bass. I had people that had lower lows than me. I Love Planes, welcome. I am sorry. I did not end up doing flight sim. I was going to earlier, but I wasn't feeling great in the late afternoon. And I thought about doing this, but or I thought about doing flight sim, but I just decided I would do PC2 tomorrow. So I'll definitely be doing some flight sim tomorrow. Or doing PC2 tonight. So, but it's good to see you. Have a great night. Get you some good rest, and hopefully we'll catch you tomorrow, man. You have perfect pitch too, kinda. Well, you know, you can have like absolute perfect pitch, and then you can have relative pitch where you can learn like the notes and the intervals, like a major third, a fifth, stuff like that. But it might be a little difficult to pinpoint exactly what. I'm just gonna throw out a note, C3, for example. As people with perfect pitch can identify what that is. Some people with relative pitch can, some people cannot. But they can hear pitch and maybe match it. This is giving memories when you were teaching us history in a Microsoft Flight game on YouTube. I do that occasionally, just depending on the places we go to. Alright, that bridge looks okay. Turn the, well, no, you can't turn curbs off on the bridge, otherwise it gets rid of the railings. The path foundation is off, so that's fine as it is. I have a good ear. Dale, I'm going to time you out for 6, maybe 7 seconds, something like that. I don't know. I saw that. I have stupidly good relative pitch to the point where it can be classified as almost perfect. Like, I can't pick out C3, but I can pick out C. Well, if you can pick out C, you're probably pretty close to perfect pitch, if not exactly. I'll give you a hint. C3, well, no, so C4 is middle C. So C3 is the octave below. And for reference, C2 is probably the C that you would play on the tuba. Oh, hell nah. JP. C3's. Oh, wait. T3 sucks! It's simple, you see. Oh! Alright, I've got a bad joke. Why did the opera singer not take a job on a cruise ship? This guy's booking. Well, he's not running from a security guy. He's probably just hurrying to get over to somewhere. You got me. Anybody want to take a guess? I'm just, like, not doing anything. I'm just messing around. My brain hurts. Oh, come on. Somebody broke that. That should be caught on camera. I'm pretty... Wait, I thought we put cameras on these. Oh, you know what? I wonder if that was when, because I remember my game crashed. So it might have been after that. Let's get a couple cameras. Get that taken care of. Why? Alright. So, why did the opera singer not take the job on the cruise ship? She was afraid of the high seas. Hold on. Oh no, we do have a camera right there. Alright, this bench isn't covered though, so let's actually... Isn't there a Vekoma or something, maybe Zero roller coaster in North Korea? I don't remember exactly what it is, but I know they have a couple. And, from the looks of it, they're probably relatively janky coasters. As he refuses to avoid the subject. Oh, oh no, this camera's right here. But the question is... No, those should be covered on camera, but I'm not totally sure why they're not. Yeah. Oh, we need to fix that. Okay. Let's clean that up. Alright, we're good on the notifications for now. And somebody... Oh, he's moving now. What in the world? I don't know what was up with that. Interesting. Kim's crazy coaster. Oh, gosh. No comment. Alright, back into the game. And let's see what I want to do over here. We spruce all of that stuff up. Back over this way is the RMC, and we did a good amount of scenery work, but maybe we could do another ride over here. Or, I don't know, we've got the room over here too. This is likely to get moved. All of this is probably going to get removed, and we'll just kind of relocate some stuff. We could definitely do some scenery work with this over here, because this is just not going to be accessible. Hear me out. No comment on communism. I think I know what you're talking about. Off to the right of Mako Station is a plot of land, like right over here. Make a kiddie coaster. So the reason I've left all of this open is because I want to develop more of this into like a water park. I know, with more slides and stuff like that. What is it over here that... Oh, it's that camera right there that doesn't have power. I'll just pull that. Right here? If you're looking at it at this angle here. Or it is right here. Are you talking about the one next to the restaurant? Or the one back over here? Yeah, there. Oh, the plot where the water park. Yeah, I'm more hesitant to put a kiddie coaster right there. I would be more inclined to do that over here. Once we kind of develop that. Do have a little extra room over here as well. I'm just thinking of how I want to tie all of that. Okay. Build the kiddie coaster and call it CNN. Dale! Kitty Kim corrupt. Oh my gosh. What do you call a bad or, oh, I just spoiled it. A naughty lamb dressed up as a skeleton for Halloween. This is a terrible joke. Water coaster. Yeah, I mean, we could do a water coaster over here. We actually had one somewhere in this park. I think before this wooden coaster was in place. We had a water coaster, I know, over here, I think, and it was not very good. It was never popular. And it was actually broken down fairly frequently. Try to clear some of these out. Somebody smashing these tables again? Come on. 1%. Oh, now it's 0. Nobody's going to use it. Alright, over here I need a staff facility. So... I want to actually look on the workshop for some pirate-themed buildings. That's one thing I wish the game, when they added all those additional themes with the free updates, which was absolutely fantastic, but I wish they had pirate staff. Well, I'll just see what kind of comes up. Staff building, medium. I might do a medium. I could probably get by with a small. If you need some, I can make some soon. Might potentially take you up on that. But I can probably find... Oh, look at that right here. That's actually pretty cool. Now we have a properly themed, like, pirate swinging ship. And by sec, I'll need like 20 minutes. Don't worry about it right now. Unless you really want to, but I mean, I could just find. JP. I don't know. It can mean two things, one of which, if you all say, I will time you out. The second one, yeah, British Broadcasting Company. Or Corporation. Yeah, okay. I was about to say, I hope you're not trying to bait somebody into saying something inappropriate. Would like to add you as a friend on Planet Coaster 2. Okay. It is, let me go into my workshop. So right there, Cookie Pirate 54836. Big brown chicken. Ah. I don't know. I just have to be careful because I've had I have had people bait. And I'm not saying that you would, but I'm cautious because I have had people do that, and I'm pretty quick to go. Alright, so we get the restaurant, these over here. I know what the other one, I was just seeing what you would do if I said that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't put up with that. British Broadcasting Company or Corporation is fine. Big boiling chocolate. Filter by tags. That might actually help if we go with... Oh, come on. Those are bands. Or brands, not bands. Jeez. Theme? That's... Okay. Yeah, these are not sorted in the same way. Let's see what comes up. And there's a lot of stuff that's coming up that is not pirate themed. Probably just because they're tagged as such. I like British people, their accent is so different, I like it. Yeah, it's interesting. And then, oh, look at that right here. That could potentially be something to use. Band player, I wasn't telling you don't, but I was gonna say don't don't worry about it. These are... Oh, that's a cool one right there as well. And it looks like they've kind of got a couple pairs of them too. Yeah, body dryer. Yeah, I think the one that we have right now is fine. Let me go into blueprint and... Now I just have to find it. I like southern accents, yeah. Oh, hold on just a second. Why is that not showing up there? Unless I'm just missing it. It could be in here. Yeah, okay, it's in. Whoa! Oh, and that's a large one. Okay. That explains that. But there we have a... We've got a building, and that actually looks kind of neat for now. Do you want to see the coaster I was renovating for Dale? No. I mean, I'd be up for it. We'd check it out later. Hold on just a second. Alright, sorry about that. Had a quick phone call. Anyway, so I kind of just going around fixing up a couple or not buildings, but benches and trash cans, just a couple scenery path pieces. Yeah, JP, I'd be willing to check it out here in a bit. I'm only going to be on for probably another 30 to 45 minutes. As I mentioned, this is going to be a shorter stream. And tomorrow, I don't know if I'll be playing this game. Because I'm probably going to do Flight Sim. Well, I know, I definitely need to do Flight Sim. I told I Love Planes that I would. And I didn't do it today. And then, if I've got enough time, we may play this for a short time tomorrow. And then I have Piano Tuesday, so I don't know about Tuesday. Guys, what does this mean? It means emo orange. I was going to say orange is the new black. It means My Chemical Romance is lame. Oh, Dale, you're too funny. Kinda just messing around, not doing a whole lot, but I'm just having fun. Chat's active, so I like to keep up with that. Alright, I do want to check some stuff out on the heat maps. We'll first look at just what needs to be cleaned. And I am not seeing much. Oh! Okay, no, there is over here. Good lord, I mean, all the trash cans over here, and people still litter the heck out over here. Ugh. The only black and orange website I enjoy is RCDB. Alright, yeah, we're gonna have to put a couple trash cans down over here, and it's gonna mess up this. We really... Wait a second, we've got people up here, but I think they're just wandering around. They're not even changed. So nobody is using these up here. So I made all of that for basically nothing. I mean, to be fair, this itself is a pretty significant amount of chairs. It's possible we could add some stuff. there, but we need to add some trash cans over here. As I started reading that, I was afraid you were going to say the name of the actual app. We're not going there. Alright, come on. I don't really like the way this is going to look. This is bringing back memories when that one guy was too comfortable in one of the chairs, right? Yeah. I remember that. I still hear that occasionally. Maybe we can place a trash can right behind the lifeguard chair. That should help. The trash, the crime, what is this third world park? Hey! Come on, Dale! It's not that bad. It's just over here. Crime is definitely going down. Alright, let's get that cleaned up. Back into the heat map. Just some isolated pieces back out over here. Really, overall, this isn't bad. Just a little over there. It's pretty good everywhere else. It was just around the pool. Alright, the other thing I want to look at is staff morale. I wish these would be highlighted a little bit easier to see. But overall, I'm not seeing much. Oh, well, no, there's one right there. Oh. Let's boost that for now just to... I've got a feeling we're going to lose. Next break 7. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Alright, hopefully we give it another day. I'm going to go into the staff window. And let's actually... You know what? I think we're going to pay everybody good money. Just to kind of improve them. I mean, we can definitely afford it. We're raking in millions each... Well, a million each day. I'll rake in several hundred thousand. Ha Do I have enough janitors? Good lord. Let's get everybody in here some good pay. Pay the workers, yeah. I almost never touch this, but I think it might be beneficial here. And I mean, we've got enough. Unlimited cash, why not? It's going to be a boost to morale anyway. Holy cow. I don't know how many janitors I have, probably. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are missing breaks, and that goes to the... I think the lack of available staff rooms, so we probably need to add some more, just in various areas. Finally, we're out of that. Oh, well, hey, you know what? I think I'm gonna try this. If we click them all... Yeah, that actually does work. That saves time. Dang, I wish I'd known that. This mechanic's making $271. Holy cow. We could go be one of those. Alright, everybody's getting a pay raise. How about that? So that should help make that better. Dale approves. Alright, we do have a staff room over here, so that's okay. Adding the one over there should help. Do we have one over here? We've got one back here, so we're okay there. We could do something with this plaza over here. Is your thing displaying food now? Remember old Planet Coaster where you could pay staff 2K? I know I did not play the original Planet Coaster, so I did not know that was a thing. We've got a staff room there. We don't have one over here, so the people going to work that, it's going to be a bit lengthy. So let's just, let me just real quick go ahead and slap a couple extra staff rooms down. And some of the places where we have smaller ones, we may need to upgrade to medium or large. We can definitely add just a small one right over here. Let's go with that there. Add some scenery to it. We go into blueprint and oops. Okay. Now over here they have one. So I think we're okay there. I wonder if it's just the number of janitors and stuff. Is your thing displaying food now? Let me check. It is. That was bizarre, how that wasn't displaying earlier today. That was a weird bug. Those just couple spots weren't hooked up to anything. Okay. Yeah, that was a very weird bug. I don't know why that happened. It'll be interesting when we reach the end of the day and see kind of what happens with the staff. Hopefully that kind of pacifies them a little bit. But I'm really hoping we don't have a mass exodus after this. So I didn't get around to placing enough staff rooms. It's crowded over here. The medium one right over here should help. We've got a small one up here since we have all the shops and stuff. I think if we go into staff management too and set like schedules and breaks and stuff, that could help. Alright, so what I want to do over here, I think I want to add a B&M invert over here. I think the park could go with a good invert. Well, we have a lot of B&Ms. So we've got the Floorless, the Hyper, these over here. We've got the Surf Coaster, the Dive. So we have 4 B&Ms, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me lock in and make a tropical staff building, actually. I think you already made me one of those. Yeah. And I've got it in here somewhere. I don't remember exactly where I placed it, but I know I have it. What was the thing you wanted again? Some pirate facilities. A staff room, restroom, shops. I mean, do whatever. But I need some pirate-themed buildings, because they don't have the blueprints for those. Alright, with these over here, I think we maybe could do a little terrain work, and I'm thinking about switching these trees out with tropical ones, as opposed to these temperate ones. Brolmick did a great job building this. I hope he's okay. I have not seen him in probably about a week now. I hope he's alright. He makes it onto almost all of my streams. I do hope he's okay. Oh, we've got the staff room right over there, too. Say where? I'm pretty sure I added it, unless I deleted it with a bunch of other stuff when I remade. Or for some reason it just didn't save. Alright, hour to go, and we'll see. Okay. Tell you what I'm going to do right now. We're going to take these buildings that we moved and put them back in place. Maybe right over here. I feel like we need a small bathroom over here by the Mako station. We can take these and snap them into place on the opposite side for now. I mean, I might end up redoing a little bit of that, but once we get the employees over to them. Could place it under here, but I don't know. Oh, Brolmick, there you are. He's fine, just in a funk and not chatty. Been watching all your stuff, just lurking. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Sorry to hear you're not feeling all that great. Man, yeah, I was like, I hope you're okay. I haven't really seen you. That is good to hear from you. Yes, we all get like that sometimes. It just might be kind of in a funk and not wanting to chat or be around much or stuff like that. But I do appreciate you watching and lurking. But you know, in the community, you know, we're all here for you if you need to talk or any. Oh, look at that! I forgot about that janky curve in this Camelback Hill, and I think that was when I reoriented it to fit along here. I'd like to try to fix that, but I'm not going to mess with it right now. Sorry you worried, but I appreciate the concern. Ah, no, that's what we, when you're a beloved member of this of these streams and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, if there's anything that you want to talk about, we're here for you, and if not, I understand and respect that. Alright, I'm gonna go with these duck blue railings here, and we are going to paint this so it doesn't look... Oh, come on! Click the wrong thing. My one complaint, fly somewhere warm once in a while. Maybe tomorrow I'll do an island flight or something like that, but man, I love those Alaska flights this time of year. Alright, that looks better with the railings, but I'm not sure that's permanent, because I had talked about possibly moving this back and branching the path this way, one over here this way, the one back here, and then the one obviously to the coaster. I've not decided yet. Here, doing the tropical park maybe gives you a little bit of warmth. The only time we get warm is summer half the time. We don't get all that much heat in summer, but that's just the Ohio weather. Mexico, Dominican Republic, Bahamas. Ooh, Bahamas actually would be a fun one. I have to fix that there. These aren't being caught. They should be being caught on camera. These right here, I think there's a little bit of a gap there in coverage. So what I'm going to do is actually copy this. And place it right on top of the umbrella? I don't know. Cookie, I have the coaster ready. It's called American Eagle. Ooh. Isn't that the name of a real world coaster? Is that sounds familiar? Oh yeah, you can put that right through that table. Put an umbrella around it. That'll make more sense. I have that in place of the but if you place it too low, it won't cover. Oh, it is the name of a real world. I was going to say, it sounded familiar. I'd like to try to not obscure the view of the Hyper, since that's kind of a feature of this, but that should be much better coverage. There we go. Excuse me. I wish there was a way to make that oh, sorry, hiccup. I wish there was a way to make those cameras a little bit less conspicuous. I mean, they kind of look a little bit like light posts. You don't really have... Genuinely didn't know they were a coaster. Yeah, I knew of one. I didn't know there were 3. Alright, we get the fireworks going. I want to see the end of the day of this. And then we'll check your coaster out, and then I'll end the stream on that. Do something scenery-wise over there. A couple trees back here. No, you're not dumb. No, it's fine. I mean, does everybody have to have every name of every coaster memorized? Heck no. It sounded like a cannon, but it's the fireworks, of course. 3 Parks stole the name before. Ow! Oh, man, that hurt. Sorry about that. I just stood up and I pinched my foot. Ow. Ooh. I didn't mean to yell, but man, that was just an instinctive reaction. Dang. I'm good. I'm gonna walk it off. Never mind, there's only one. Yes, that answer is yes. This is the renovation of Dale's coaster, and next PC2 stream I have a coaster that was for the contest a while back. Yeah, you can show that. I mean, if you want to look, I can check both out. I have time. It only usually takes about 5 minutes to check out each coaster, so you can drop it here. Unless you'd rather wait. Just because I'm not totally sure when I'm going to do the next PC2 stream. But it is totally up to you. Do as you see fit. I do want to do more of a like full-scale contest and actually give like a prize. Oh, it's not done? Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. Now we can check it out next time. Or whenever. Just started. Okay. That's cool. Okay. I'm thinking it might be nice to kind of tunnel in this. We don't have any tunnels on this coaster. You could do the first drop off. Well, no, that's actually high enough above the ground. Yeah, we'll check it out in a little bit, JP. I'm thinking this right here might be the best location for it, or maybe this, where you have kind of a sweeping area. Because we're not really going to build anything over here. In fact, we've got a large enough area here that we can make an island with something. We just have to decide what part of the park to tie it into. But all of this is going to go away and get redone, and this is going to go back here. And then that Schwarzkopf looper that I made a while back and pulled it up to do the train station and fit this coaster, we're going to replace that. I'm back over here. Look at the time run, it says 67 minutes. Don't even. And it actually says an hour and 8 minutes and 18 seconds right now, so... I mean, at the time you probably posted that, and it was, yeah. Alright, end of the day coming up just a minute here, and let's see the staff situation, how that ends up turning out. Don't have as many people getting on this. A lot of people are liking it. And, well, that train is mostly full, probably 3/4 full. And I think a lot of that is there's a lot of activity going on over here because it's at the front of the park. This is continually turning out almost full. It's good. Really brought this coaster back to life, which is super nice. Alright, 1.1 million bucks. Alright, let's... No! Alright, well, one is on the way out. Let me give him a little bit of a help. Get him out. Oh gosh, alright. See how many people we got quitting. Drop him back there. Give him a little shortcut. Alright. Well, many people missed their break. We've had, it looks like, 5 people quit. Dang. What are we doing at the spot above the train cave? Let me go back and look. Dang. Alright, so we lost 2 vendors, 3 vendors. 1 janitor, 1 security guard, so we'll just hire somebody to replace them. Kinda sucks. I don't really like when that happens, but yeah. It's because they're missing their breaks. Clear all that out. Now let me go take a look at staff real quick. Well, actually, let me hire a couple. We'll replace those that we lost. Vendors I'm not really too worried about at the moment. But if we have any that don't have vendors, we can just hire. We'll hire 3 more. And we'll just place them wherever they can get to where they need to go. But I think we had a couple extras. Alright, now let me go up in here and take a look at the tab. That's better. So he got his break and he got a bump in pay. That's our new one. Yeah, so we're gonna have to be careful and make sure that they have a place to be able to take their break. If a notification pops up that somebody is can't find an available staff room, that's a tip that it's time for their break, and we can give them a shortcut to a staff room with availability. Alright, everybody should be getting high pay now. Okay, we're good there. Alright, so we come back here. Up here, I'm not totally sure. We might just, we could use it if we do a coaster. We could utilize that. I don't think it's going to be very practical to do a path up here because it's going to be so isolated. You'd have to walk back down and come across that way. There's just no plausible way to connect it, with the exception of if we run a footpath down here below, behind the Gerstlauer and behind the railroad track, and against that, and then along the waterfall, which actually could be cool, but then it would get very difficult to tie in. So my thought is to leave it for scenery and perhaps a coaster. And we'll just leave this over here as kind of a branch off, kind of like this. And we could put some shops and stuff kind of in conjunction with a coaster station. I'm not totally sure. Oh look, these people right in here are stuck at the building. Turn around and walk out there. Come on. Trapped still? What? Oh, let's drop in there. Alright, there we go. Okay, I'm going to save. And I'll make sure to pay attention to staff. And I just actually want to go back in here and I'm going to pause it. Stuff doesn't happen after we saved. Just kind of want to do a little bit of thinking of what I can put together. So we know that this is going away and this is going to get relocated. So we actually will have a lot of room over here. Maybe we could still do a boardwalk, kind of in conjunction with the surf area. Could build something up. Cut the terrain back over here, maybe extend that out, and then we'd have a lot of open land over here to work with. I'll have to think about that, but now we've got a few good themes for different areas of the park. So we've kind of got our sea monster and creature area up over here. This is part of the pirate area, and we can turn this into kind of a little bit of an offshoot of the pirate theme. Jungle. This can kind of be like a volcano theme. Kind of surf and boardwalk. Kind of more of a Polynesian pirate. And then the water park kind of over there can just encompass a lot of different stuff. We may do something different with this here. We'll leave most of that and then pull these up and just do some scenery or something like that. Try to get a little more tidy, and you could try using an idea with the volcano. You can make the Vekoma tilt going into a volcano. That's a possibility. We could do something like that. My original idea was to do a impulse that was connected kind of like the volcano impulse coaster at King's Dominion, RIP. But this model in-game will not let you make it a complete circuit. Excuse me. Which kind of sucks. I was hoping we could pull that off, and it isn't possible. It might be with mods, but by default in the game it is not. So. Alright, I'm gonna exit out of that. We're gonna go into a new park, check out JP's coaster real quick here, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Alright. Let me go into the workshop first, and Oh, it's a park. Well, I'm glad I checked ahead of time. Because now I don't even have to. I do prefer when you make coasters, this is just me, I do prefer that you make them as, like, blueprints. That way, if you want to place it in a park already in existence or something like that, it's easier to add. I mean, the only thing now is just you'd have to go in and, like, actually save the blueprints within. Alright, well, let's take a look here. Oh, wow. That's cool. So you've got a hawk, which is probably the closest thing in resemblance to... Wait, you just updated it? Okay, hold on. I don't know if it's going to let me do that. Update. It'll probably make me load back in. Okay. It's just lights. Well, no, it's fine. I mean, I already updated it, so we'll load back in. No big deal. I love the sign. This is beautiful. It fits the theme great. We've got the little eagle statue. It's a hawk, but it's very close to an eagle. This is the best replication. The color scheme is gorgeous. You've got the blue, the white, and the red. The building looks great. You always do a good job theming your stuff. Got the exit station back there. Okay. Kind of slacking with the theming. No, I don't think so. I mean, in terms of adding scenery to the coaster and stuff is something that you could do. But it actually takes up a pretty big footprint, so I think somebody would be able to add their own scenery pieces like trees and stuff like that. Nope, not a game crasher. Alright, so I'm going to stop that. I hit the test. We're going to go on board, and we are going to ride in the seat. I don't like doing the front bumper POVs for the inverts, because it just puts all that track way up ahead of me. Or I should say way below on the screen. That was a little bit of an interesting lift. It kind of goes up and then it dives back down, still on the lift hill. So I'm not sure fully what the intent there was. It looks cool. Look at the trains after I tried them. We'll take a look. Yeah, once we finish the ride, I'll get a glance at the train. No pre-drop. This is a new style B&M. Airtime on an invert. Oh, we're underground. Whoa. Second lift. Kind of a more classic sweeping drop on those B&M inverts. Ooh, it loses a lot of pacing right there. And into the brakes. And remember, I just renovated some of it and it smoothed everything else, so most of the actual work was Dale. Okay. Alright, so here we are. Alright, I am going to start with, something that I don't like. The lack of inversions on this, while it is kind of themed after soaring throughout the sky and not like rip-roaring through a bunch of positive G-forces and stuff like that. I really feel like this coaster could still use some various inversions. I think this kind of a layout would be extremely well suited for a suspended swinging coaster, kind of like Vortex, Canada's Wonderland, Big Bad Wolf, something like that. The lack of inversions on a B&M invert, to me, doesn't make a whole ton of sense, personally. Now on the good side, I like how this actually incorporates a good bit of airtime in a few various spots. So particularly, you get a little bit coming up through that. You get a good bit there. Probably not a whole lot, because it really loses, well, actually right here it doesn't so much, but back over here it loses a lot of pacing. There were some, but I deleted them because they were way too rough. Okay. Yeah, you know what I would have done is just try to rework them, rather than take them out completely. Now I'm going to get into some more of the minor nuances of this. This is very steep for a lift hill for an invert. You don't really see B&Ms with those real steep, with the exception of the dive coasters, and even then, that would still be a bit steep. I generally try not to make my lift hills on most of these coasters more than 45 degrees, and most of the older B&Ms, they'll keep theirs closer to the 30 to 35 degree mark. It's going from a realism perspective here. Your brakes, I would do the brake run a little bit differently, because you have these sweeping turns running down the brakes, and your coaster kind of up through here loses a ton of pacing. Yep, this is feedback for both of you. It's the same coaster you uploaded your last challenge. Was that, I'm trying to remember the name of it, but it was in that, like, steampunk-themed park that you had made. It did seem a little bit familiar. Brahmic redid mine way better. Oh, that's a little harsh. I like the separate exit and entrance stations here. It's really crawling through after about that. I like the layout. It's sprawling, it's sweeping all over the place. This first drop, or second drop off the second lift hill right here, I guess first drop off the second lift hill, I should say, would be the most technically accurate. I like that. It's profiled nicely, kind of like you could go a little bit steeper, but this is nicely profiled, very similar to how a lot of these get profiled. The first one is kind of interesting. I would do the banking just a little bit differently, but it's good. I like these turns. They're sweeping. I'm staying up longer than any human should just do this for you. Not what I meant. Ah! I like it. It's inspired. Alright, I am going to turn the lighting just so I can see it better. Here's a chance to look at the train. Whoa, look at that. That looks so cool. That might be my favorite thing about this coaster. My eyes look like top hats of how baggy they are. Man. I love these. I'm not only the way they look, just overall, they could all be the same color and they would look great, but I absolutely love how the red, white, and blue is staggered. Like, that is so cool. JP for MVP. Man, yeah, you did a lot of good work on this. Stations are nice. I know the way that you do stuff and you can make them more elaborate, and I'm not complaining that they're not. And I know you said you kind of went easy on the theming. I love this sign. I love the way the trains look. And I think you've got a good concept for the coaster. I think it just needs to be refined a little bit. Redo the brakes, get the pacing a little bit better through this. I would add the inversions back in, just where they make sense. But overall, I think you've got a really good start for this. I like it. I absolutely love the theme. I like the color scheme. And it does have some really good elements. It has a few that just don't make any sense at all. But, overall, it's got a cool layout. It's very well themed. It's inspired. Mostly because I'm not good whatsoever with inverts. You know, honestly, I find inverts one of the easier coaster types to build. However, your mileage may vary. What is easy for me isn't easy for everyone, and some stuff that is easy for other people. It is like, it is like trying to read hieroglyphics with a blindfold. For me. Can you turn in the pirate staff building? Yeah, we can take a look at it real quick. And we can actually just drop it in this park. Give me the code. And we'll take a look at it, and then I'm going to call it a night. Okay. I can give you some tips for inverts if you want. I've made a few. My very first coaster in the Viking Park was an invert. I made one. I'm trying to think. I made one somewhere else. It might have been in one of the early parks when I started making, or when I first started playing the game. And those parks are unfortunately lost. I could be wrong. But I think I made an invert in one of those. I'd have to go back to... The videos are up. Edit the coaster now, Cookie? No. I gotta get off. Figured I'd stay a couple minutes to check out Band Player's pirate building. But after that I'm off. I could do some work on it though, for sure, but... not now. Jimpers and Brawlmick both have made good inverts. They both actually reworked an invert for something. Light, it's all... Oh, okay. I see. I read that as lie just looking at it from a distance. The different inverts. We have the Anaconda. This is actually a Vekoma SLC Brawlmick made. Did a great job with it. These, I think, were based on my original... Yeah. Okay, so these were based on the original invert that I had in the Viking Park. And Jimpers made one, too. No, this is the, I think this is the Montu recreation. No, it's not. No, this is different. This is the Montu recreation that Jimpers made. This is the one that I have in the Viking Park with the sorcery station right at the front. Boomerang. And then the Afterburn at Carowinds. Alright, let me get that code real quick. And we'll check the building out, and I'm calling it a night. So that's the resort building. I knew I placed that somewhere, and I just don't remember. You know what? That might have been in the Viking Park when I looked at it. I held on to it. But let's take a look here. Let's just place that negative to match up the path there. Alright. So this is a... I don't even know what size. What size staff building did you use? Is that a large? So not much on the back or the sides. I think these are actually well placed to be kind of... okay, it is a large. I thought so, but I wasn't totally sure. The mediums are rectangular, not perfect squares. Okay. These things are usually, you know, well placed adjacent to other things, kind of like townhomes. So the lack of scenery pieces on the side actually really encourages that, and I like that. You could probably do a little bit with the back, depending on the location. You put trees behind it, no, but if you're putting it like at the waterfront or something, then there's the potential for that, and that's easy, just copy and paste those. Obviously, the focus is on the front of the building, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. I really like this. You've got the bell, you've got the ship wheel, and you've got the netting, the lanterns, you get these flower boxes and these window panes, and I like this right here. You have the skull and crossbones and kraken plaque on each side of the door. The door itself looks like a rustic seabed shanty entrance, but the building itself is actually, well, other than... and that's intentional, of course. So this looks really nice. This is great for the pirate-themed areas of the park. It's a hard structure. It looks good. The gold roof on top is really neat. I could absolutely see... like, you would set this up, and then you could do additional pirate buildings on the sides for, like, restrooms, other guest facilities, some shops, drinks and food, stuff like that. Didn't have time to decorate the sides. I wouldn't even worry about the sides as much, unless you want to make it standalone. I would go more with the back, personally. But, not even really worried about that. Obviously, the placement, people are going to see the front of this. And this looks phenomenal. You absolutely should be happy with this. This is great. I really like it. It's very, very well done. I will have to put that in the pirate section. Oh, hiccup. I'm sorry. Very nice. I appreciate you making that. You did a really good job with that. And if you wanted to update it further, you absolutely could do so. And JP, Dale, good job with the coaster. I know there's a few things that I would do differently and some areas of improvement, but overall, I really like the theme of this. And I think this has fantastic potential. So don't give that up. Alright, that's going to do it for tonight. I need to get up and do a few things. I've got work in the morning. There's a chance I'm going to be on tomorrow. No guarantees for PC2. I will definitely try to do at least one Flight Sim stream tomorrow. And just depending on how the day goes and how much time I have and what I'm feeling up to, I might be able to squeeze in a little bit of PC2. Tuesday's up in the air because I have piano. I'm going to be getting home super late. But especially if I don't do this tomorrow, I will make it a point to do a good length PC2 stream on Wednesday. So, I look forward to whenever next is going to be. And I do hope you all, if you're interested in checking out Flight Sim, then I will be doing that tomorrow at some point, so maybe we'll catch you there. Otherwise, we'll catch you at the next PC2 stream, either tomorrow or Not likely Tuesday, but possibly, but certainly Wednesday at the latest. As always, thank you all for hanging out, and until the next one, take care, stay safe, and we'll see ya.